Welcome to another edition of Jay's 5 Cents here on Between the Goalposts. This week I got 5 things that you don't see on the football field. Like Vince Young, right? Alright, so first is going to be the Broncos defense believing in Tim Tebow. Now, this is translated into them playing out of their minds over the last 6 to 7 weeks because when you have faith in your quarterback, I mean, let's be honest, it really doesn't matter if any of us believe in Tebow. It really just matters if they believe in Tebow because defense wins games, defense wins championships. And they believe in him to the point where they fight that extra yard, that extra second. They get off that extra block. I mean, and it's really translating to the field. And because these were the same group of guys that went 1-4 with Kyle Orton. So I think it really speaks to, having faith in your quarterback and just uniting as a team, as cheesy as it sounds. Tebow keeps saying it. Maybe we should start believing it. And Dennis Allen, defensive coordinator, deserves a lot of credit. Doing all this without probably second-round pick Raheem Moore, who I thought would be a bigger part of the defense right about now. So I think a lot of good things are going on behind the scenes in the defensive meeting rooms of the Denver Broncos. All right, then 2, the Saints. So anyone who watched the Sunday Night Football game against the Lions saw a lot of stupid penalties, unnecessary roughness penalties on the part of the Lions, either unsportsmanlike conduct, tossing the ball, shoving, what have you. But as with all of these penalties, the only thing the refs see are the retaliation. The Saints are the best team I have seen in a long time at provoking other teams into doing stupid stuff. And let's be honest, what better team to provoke than the Detroit Lions? They seem to be ill-tempered as anybody. But this is a track record with the Saints because I've seen a lot of their games this year, and in particular, their safeties, Malcolm Jenkins and Roman Harper, are crafty and equally as crafty as they are malicious. Because guys like Ndamukong Suh, they lose their temper a lot, and they do a lot of really nasty stuff. But you can tell that it's in the heat of the moment. Malcolm Jenkins and Roman Harper plan out what they're doing, and they're always talking. And I mean, they're really good players, more so Malcolm Jenkins than Roman Harper. So I got respect for them. But watch out for that, because remember the Panthers game a few weeks ago, as Steve Smith is slowing down as he's scoring, Roman Harper hits him into the end zone. He starts talking. Jenkins comes over thinking that he's going to start something, and Steve Smith finishes it by lifting him up by his face mask off the ground. Don't mess with Steve Smith. Anyway, number 3 would be regression of starting quarterbacks, because this year we've seen Sam Bradford, Josh Freeman, and Kevin Kolb all really fall back to earth in ways that people didn't really expect. And this has got to be due to something that we're not seeing. I mean, is it coaching? Is it their intellect? Injuries, blocking, pressure from the defense not playing up to speed, so they're trying to do too much, the talent around them. I mean, it could be any one of these things. I think for the Rams, Josh McDaniels' hire needs to be re-examined. Take it for a must in Denver. You might be regretting that one. Freeman, I think, like the rest of the team, he's just making some mental mistakes. And he sort of got wrapped up in his talent, which is substantial, but needs to get back to the basics. And I don't think Cobb was everything that anybody thought he was, getting that big deal and coming over to the Cardinals. On the other side of that, you don't really see backup quarterbacks impressing in practice. Guys like Brian Hoyer, Matt Flynn, T.J. Yates, who's now getting the starting job. Those first 2 guys are guys you might be seeing under center next year, and they could be the next Kevin Kolb, because teams work a lot with their backup quarterbacks to try and bring them up to speed and really groom them, because as we've seen this year, you never know when you're going to have to put them in. And I mean, remember, Rodgers and Rivers each sat for 2 to 3 years, so sometimes good things come to those who wait. And as well as the lesser-known other players at other positions, there's always the young guys who are waiting to spring out, so keep an eye on those guys. And then this is all also true for the front office. We don't tend to see the dysfunctional front office management situations that are going on. 3 examples: San Diego, the game of possum they've played with Vincent Jackson over the years. It's just, he's going to leave, and it's Philip Rivers' favorite target. Yeah, you can't be messing with your players like that. He's deserved a big deal for some time. He's going to get it from somebody else. Letting Sproles go, we've obviously seen, has been a huge mistake. He's absolutely killing it for the Saints, and the Chargers seem to be really missing him. I mean, they let LT go, they let Michael Turner go. They just don't seem to have any loyalty to their players that they've raised. Then you got Philly refusing to pay Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy, all the while going out and filling up Santa's sleigh with free agents for high prices. And then finally the Bears with Matt Forte. And now he's just gone down with a torn MCL, which proves that all you players who think you're underpaid right now, hold out until you get what you deserve, because this could happen at any moment. And if this injury to Forte would have ended his season or his career, I mean, he might get nothing more. He's making $500,000 this year. So, I mean, take it from CJ2K. He had a slow start to the year because of his holdout, but now he's got it back rolling. He got what he deserved because he held out. You might lose a year of recruit free agency, but you gotta hold out until you get what you deserve, because nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. It's not for long. All right, so that are my 5 cents for this week. Come back next week. Thank you.